Hi, I'm Christine Trumbull, and this is Basecamp, where we help you clear the overwhelm and grow your business to the next level. Today, we're going to talk about the OODA Loop. What is the OODA Loop? It is a combat operations process. It was developed by a military strategist, United States Air Force Colonel John Boyd. He felt that if you could get inside your opponent's decision-making process, you would gain an advantage. It makes sense. So why are we talking about it? Because we're going to apply it towards our business right now, especially during this pandemic and this crisis. Our opponent, the pandemic and the crisis, and our loss of business. It's OODA, stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Act. And if you Google OODA Loop, you'll find the chart and all of the points and processes of the entire strategy. But right now we're just going to talk about the acronym and how it applies to our current situation. So the first one we're going to talk about is observe. O for observe. What observe, that part of the loop, suggests is that you, with no emotion, no panic, no fear, strictly observe your surroundings. If you were in the military, it would be who's next to you, who is around you, where is your team, where is your platoon, battalion, whatever, wherever you're at, where's the enemy, what is the ground, what are your surroundings, what is your ammunition. That is where you're just observing. No emotion, no fear, no panic. In business, we're going to look at the trends. What's going on with our competitors? What's going on with potential complements to our business and our industry? Right now, we've pretty much passed the crisis response portion of our pandemic, of our crisis. Hopefully you're in the survival mode or the rebuild mode. There are plenty of businesses in a growth mode right now, but let's talk about being in survival or rebuild. So you need to get a handle on your surroundings. What are your customers doing? How is this affecting your customers? How is this affecting your employees? What about your suppliers? What's going on with them? And I'm not going to get into a political debate. What is the government doing in regards to the crisis? And how is it affecting us? So this is observe. And remember, no panic, no fear, no emotion. Simply recognize and understand your surroundings. The second O in the OODA Loop, remember the first O is observe, the second is orient. This is where we're going to orient ourselves in our position in regards to our surroundings. This is where it's going to be fantastic to pull out a short-term SWOT analysis. Usually I do a SWET, which is strengths, weaknesses, and trends. Right now, looking at a short-term 3 to 6 months SWOT, where you're also looking at opportunities and, of course, threats. These are external. Opportunities are the name of the game right now. Potential pivoting towards opportunities is what's saving and helping a lot of businesses grow right now. Do you have new opportunities for different revenue streams? This is something that you have to look into and determine. What can you do? How are you going to do it? Are we just maintaining customer relationships? Right now, maintaining a customer relationship and the bridge to our customer, this is where we're either burning bridges or we're really firming them up and making them structurally sound so that when this is over, these are fanatically loyal customers to you and your brand. Are you just giving value? The question is, how can you help them? What do they need and how can you help them? Or these customers are your existing customers, the ones that you're going to stay with right now? Yes, of course, maintain them. But if you need to make a pivot, if there's an opportunity for customers in a different arena, in a different revenue stream, what do they need? How can you help them? And then how can you make that happen? What do you have to do? What do you have to build out? What do you have to supply? Those are the questions that you need to orient yourself and get all of that information together. The third letter is a D. Remember, it was observe, orient, and now decide. This is where you cannot get paralyzed in fear and panic and indecision. The people who are making the decisions fast are the ones that are going to continue to move forward. They're the ones that are going to get through the crisis, and those are the ones that are growing. They're the ones that have already rebuilt, retooled, and are growing. This is where you need to get your leadership team together. Hopefully you've surrounded yourself with people who are smarter than you, and because what they're going to do is they're going to bring different perspective. You can't think of everything. They're going to bring different perspective to the table. They're going to bring different ideas. You may not do them. You may not do any or all, whatever, but they're going to bring different ideas, different perspectives. You need to bring your sales team in. What are they doing? What are they saying? How are they going to say it? The questions are, is your team going to stay home? Is some of your team staying home and some of it out in the field? Maybe it's a time for cleaning up projects. Maybe you've had, these projects sitting on the shelf for months or years because you never had time to do them. Now is a great time to do that. I have several examples of companies that have pulled down those projects and turned them into new revenue streams. So now they have this project that they've been wanting to do for years. They pulled it down. It was a great time. They finally had it, and it turned into a revenue stream, and they're growing again. So now is a time to not be paralyzed by panic and indecision. Now is the time to make decisions quickly, decide, and act. And that brings us to the fourth letter in the OODA loop, A, for act. Remember, we observed, we oriented, we decided, and now we're going to act. When you act, everybody needs to be aligned and on the same page. They all need to know what you're doing. So daily huddles are what is going to keep that communication stream going. And I'm going to recommend that you meet with these people, have your daily huddles twice a day. Shorter, quicker, but twice a day. If you're communicating with these people twice a day, they are definitely going to be aligned and on your same page. Everybody's going to know what they're supposed to be doing. You need to make sure that you have very strong accountability charts so that you know exactly who is doing what and when it is supposed to be done, so that there is follow-up and accountability. But now is a time to maintain momentum. Keep the communication going, keep things moving forward. It is about maintaining momentum. It's the law of circulation. All things in the universe are always flowing in circulation. So if you act and continue to act, you're going to continue to move forward. Because if you're not moving forward, you are moving backwards. And now is not the time to shrink. If you would like more information on how to turn your business around and grow your business so that you can have more cash and a lot less stress, let's schedule a call today.